Good evening, everyone. I would like to call our special meeting for the budget hearing or public hearing on a proposed property tax levy to order. First item on the agenda is approval from the March 24th, 2026 special meeting agenda. Is there a motion?
I move we approve the agenda.
Second.
Thank you. Sorry, Kim.
That's right.
We're ready to vote.
Who was the second? I'm sorry, no, Molly made the motion. Jennifer. Jennifer, thank you. Online voting is open.
Kim, I'm a yes.
Thank you, Director Abraham.
A yea vote, Kim.
Thank you, Director Finch. Get anybody else? Director Lingo, how would you like to vote?
Yay.
Thank you. Director Malone?
Yes.
Director Williams?
Yay.
All votes have been cast and the motion carries with all directors voting in favor.
Thank you. Next, that will take us to our public hearing for the proposed property tax levy. Vice President Abraham.
Now is the time and place for a public hearing on the proposed property tax levy fiscal year 27. The Board of Directors set the date for this public hearing on March 10th, 2026. Notice of the public hearing was published in the Iowa City Press Citizen on March 12th, 2026. Are there any comments from the board?
I have one question. To the superintendent, the management levy, it's proposed to increase by 4.1 million or 50% for this coming year. Could you comment on what the plan is behind those numbers or the increase? Thank you.
Yeah, I might ask if Chief Operating Officer Pratt has anything to add. Our management fund levy pays health insurance costs for retirees as part of an early retirement program. The historical numbers on that you can see in the certified budget presentation, the management fund levy had been down the last fiscal year, so that would restore it to some previous levels to compensate for the outgoing payments for those as well. As far as other uses, Kurt, do you have anything you'd want to add?
Okay. Any other comments from the board? Okay, now it's time for comments from the community. I see you're up to the microphone, sir. Are you Kurt Moore? Yes, sir. Okay, so just a reminder, if you want to speak to the board, you need to fill out the form at the back of the room there and get it to Board Secretary Colvin. Go ahead, Mr. Moore.
Kurt Moore, 3169 Dubuque Street Northeast. I've lived in Iowa City, Johnson County, Coralville since 1965. I currently live in my house since 1987. I'd like to die there, but taxes are killing me. One of the questions I have, and this is for anybody on this board, are you going to answer questions, or are you just going to take comments and then you're going to mull this later? I'll take that as you're going to mull it later. Audit, I am a treasurer for the union since 1981. We have an annual audit that has to be done. Everything has to be to the penny. I can't believe that this organization would have a slush fund of $10 million moving back and forth without somebody on this board or whoever's in charge of the money says, wait a minute, this is a problem, that we're moving money. Why? Why is that happening? Is there an audit? Why wasn't the audit done? Why is the reduction going to be at the bottom and not the top? I'm sorry, Mr. Degner, but you should be the one to go. This is uncalled for. And any of these other people over here that were involved with it should go with you. That's terrible. I personally have worked for the Department of Corrections for 30 years, 18 psychiatric special needs, 12 I worked with inmates training them for jobs, for trades. Why is Iowa City not number one? I graduated in 1971. This is our 55th year reunion this year. We were number one in the state. We were number one in the United States. Where are we at today? There's a problem, and we need to rectify it. And something is going on with this board that's not gelling. We need to take care of the people. And one more thing, today, I went on the website to find out when this meeting was. I pulled up Iowa City School District Board. It said no meeting. So there's something wrong with the IT department. They can't get that right. I called your office. They said dial in ICC something and it'll come up. And then there's a Simbi account or something. You hit that, I hit that, it went back to a circle. So there's issues on your online that needs to be taken care of. I'm sorry. And one other thing, this has nothing to do with it's the West High reunion. Why can't your school system have a site for all reunions that can be put on there on missing students and when we have reunions? Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Next speaker is Kim Christensen.
Good evening. My name is Kim Christensen. I live in Coralville. Since 2017, the district has increased our property taxes nearly 58%, though reasonable tax growth is 37%, according to Iowans for Tax Relief. The districts have only grown 2.8% since 2017. Taxes are growing 21% faster than the combined growth of enrollment and inflation. This is unacceptable compared to the state average of 40%. We are now facing another increase in property taxes, not because we're funding students, but to cover the mismanagement of this district. In addition to property tax revenue, the district is projected to receive 5% income surcharge of $7 million for fiscal year 26. That is not the case in all other districts. The district also receives over $1,100 per student for those that use the education savings accounts. This school year, over 1,400 students are using education savings accounts, which means the district receives $1.6 million for students who are not enrolled. The district is requesting a tax rate increase, which would raise assessed values nearly 10% for residential and 18.15% for commercial properties. This will cause hardships for families. It will increase rents and keep those from affordable home ownership. Johnson County is one of the most expensive counties to live in. Now, because of mismanagement of the finance team, you're going to make it worse. Will this correct the financial problems and make the finance team do their job? No, it won't. What is the result of a high-paid leadership team and the highest taxes in the state? Test scores have been decreasing overall. ELP participants have gone down 15% from 2019 to 2023. Teacher retention at 81% is below the state average of 85%. Office referrals for the school year 22-23 to 23-24 have increased 82%. This includes 316 incidents of aggression with injury and 11 serious bodily injuries. Aspen Lohman taught first grade at Coralville Central and was my stepson's teacher in 2003. She always took the time to talk with me when I picked up my stepson from school. She's currently on leave of absence because of a violent student being allowed to stay in school who physically attacked her in front of her first grade students. Class sizes are now becoming over 30 students in a class. Optimal class sizes is 15 to 19. Lower class sizes have been proven to benefit low achieving and low income students. Upcoming default on bond payment due to mismanagement of my tax dollars, unbalanced and unreconciled financials, and past due year-end audits. Previous interfund transfers totaling $14 million in fiscal year 24 to cover cash flow shortfalls. Incorrect certified annual reports for fiscal year 24 and fiscal year 25. The district continually has tax penalties reported in their accounts payable reports. February 9th, 26, 2,298 insurance late file penalty. December 1st, 25, late file penalty, $871 from the IRS. September 29th, 25, federal tax penalty of $127,000. February 20th, 24, tax filing penalty to U.S. Treasury of $390,000. Finally, I respectfully ask the board to elect Director Lingo and Director Finch as President and Vice President to lead us out of this financial crisis. Thank you.
Thank you. The next speaker is Dennis Visser.
My name is Dennis Visser, and I live at 35 Auburn East Lane in Coralville. And just a short aside, the timing for this meeting seems interesting that it is right concurrent with the Coralville budget meeting. And the timing of the distribution of some of this information happens just during spring break, when many people are out of town, and doesn't give a whole lot of time in advance. Superintendent Degner, board members, thank you for your service, and fellow Iowa City District taxpayers. Houston, we have a problem. Actually, the problem is here in River City, Iowa City. We have an administrative problem. Why are we as taxpayers being asked for $12 million more in school taxes? In the year 2020, the revenue from taxes was $100 million. The projected budget is $132 million from the taxpayers of the Iowa City School District. Is it a coincidence that there was a questionable $10 million internal transfer for payroll? The stated reason for the tax increase, and I quote, was to rebuild the district's solvency ratio and management fund related to increasing property insurance cost, end of quote. Where does this show as a line item in the budget summary? I couldn't find it. How can an increase request be made when there has been no audit for the last 3 years? A red flag. And bank statements unreconciled. Who is accountable for this gross negligence? Our community's greatest assets are children and grandchildren, and our future is at risk. We as a district are top-heavy in administration costs. Do we really need 2 to 3 assistant principals at each one of our attendance centers? I'm encouraged with the talk of fewer administrators in the central administration. We are the second largest school district in Iowa. A question: are the student-teacher ratios going to be compromised with the upcoming school year? What is the plan for the former Education Service Center? On the way over here, I drove by it again, and it's a big building. Maybe it's worth $3 million, $5 million, I don't have any idea. But the potential putting that back on the tax rolls could generate easily another $30,000, $50,000 per year. So is that resource being used properly? My question is, what is the fiduciary role with our tax dollars and our children's education? Who is responsible? We need an administration who has our students and classroom teachers and paraeducators' interest above all else. All else. That defines fiduciary responsibility. May I suggest administrative salaries reviews and adjustments be considered so that classrooms and/or schools do not suffer? Please reject this 10%, $12 million increase without accountability. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Next up is Rachel Livio. Next is Stephen Meyer.
Hello. I don't have a speech, so I'm just gonna wing it from the side here. I'm just trying to figure out, and I give you kind of some background. I work in town and I also farm outside of town, so I'm busy to say the least. I got 4 kids, so it takes a lot to come to these meetings, which means I, like most of the public, is trying to put trust in you guys to be watching where our money is being spent. Let that sink in for a minute. Put trust in you guys where the money's being spent. I can't run my farm like this, and I sure the heck can't ask everybody to pay me more because my taxes go up. That means I gotta cut costs and work harder to make it done. So I kind of find it ridiculous that you guys got a financial problem for multiple years and are now coming to us and saying that I gotta take a pay cut to pay you guys more money, when I haven't heard any kind of resolution of how you're gonna fix your money problem. Doesn't that sound kind of ridiculous? If I ran my farm that way, I'd be belly up. So that means now I gotta go home and work more later tonight to get the same work done that I should be doing right now, because I'm supposed to put trust in you guys to do what's correct. So I sure hope you guys think long and hard about trying to raise our taxes. Really, it should be a 0 raise, and the school district should be starting to put cuts where they mean to be cut. I'm not saying what you should cut, but sometimes you gotta sell things and you gotta cut your own wages to get things done. Because that's what the rest of us private owners got to do, private business owners got to do. Because our budget's got to balance no matter what, or else we can't eat. Thank you.
Are there any other members from the audience that wish to speak regarding the proposed property tax levy? Hearing none, I will close that public hearing. And is there a motion to adjourn our special meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting is adjourned.